Hi there, my name's Robertson. I'm a medium and coach and author of The Medium and Manolos. I wanted to make this video for you today to talk about some simple rituals that you can do to help yourself move through grief after the loss of a loved one. My journey as a medium began with the loss of my gran. I was 17 years old when she passed away and I was absolutely devastated. She represented unconditional love to me, and when she made her transition to spirit, the entire world just got a little bit more grey. I didn't think like a medium back then. I was just a teenager who was scared, hurt and upset that her gran was no longer with her. On my quest to heal my pain, I came across these 5 simple rituals that really did make a big difference. They helped me go from those feelings of hurt and fear and devastation to being able to find compassion and courage and some joy in my life again. And so I wanted to share them with you today in the hopes that these rituals will have the same effect for you. I sincerely hope that these rituals will help you find peace as you come to terms with the transition of a beloved person in your life. Ritual number 1 is to light a candle and spend some time in contemplation. So what I want you to do is create some quiet time for yourself. Light a candle and sit a few feet away from the candle. When I did this exercise, I used to sit cross-legged on the floor. And just let your gaze gently rest on the flame of the candle. And the purpose of this exercise is simply to be present with your emotions and your feelings. So often when we have the feelings that are associated with loss and bereavement, we want to flee them. We can't deal with the discomfort, we can't handle the discomfort. We want to just clean the house or go to work or do something to just get away from the sensation. But often what that can lead to is a suppression of the pain rather than a coping and a dealing with it. And so, as I say, the purpose of this exercise is to put you into a state where you can be mindful and present of the sensations that you're going through. For me, whenever I thought about my gran and her death, her passing, it would always be like a feeling of butterflies in my stomach. It would always be a sort of feeling of lurching or of anxiety, and I used to do everything I could to try to get away from that feeling. But then when I did this exercise, I realised that it was fleeing from the pain that was actually making it worse. And so when you sit and you go into that meditative state, I want you to just breathe and just be aware of any expressions of pain or sensations that come up in your body, and try to locate where they are and try to just sit with the experience of that pain. You don't have to heal it, you don't have to change it, you don't have to move it along. Often just being aware of the pain and of the sensation is enough within itself to bring you some healing and some relief. Ritual number 2 is to write a letter to your loved one. Now, I really don't recommend doing this exercise in public because anytime I've done it, I've bawled my eyes out and cried for about 30 minutes. So I don't recommend doing this on the bus or at work or, in front of a lot of people, unless you don't mind breaking down crying in public. For me, much of the emotional pain after a bereavement was because of the unsaid I love yous, the untold gratitude and the unasked questions. So one day I decided to write a letter to a particular person in spirit, and I put everything in it, everything I wanted to say, everything I wanted to tell them, everything I wanted to ask, the good, the bad and the ugly. And Lord, did I cry my eyes out when I was writing that letter, but afterwards I felt better. So I invite you to try it. Write a letter to your loved one in spirit and put everything in it. It should be several pages long at least. As I said, the good, the bad and the ugly. And when you think you've written all you can, just pause for a second. Something else may want to come out. The truth usually emerges after we've said everything that's appropriate. Ritual number 3 is to meet your loved ones in spirit in a meditation. When my gran died, I missed her so much. So one night I locked myself in my room and I got some lavender essential oil. I lay down on the floor and I sprinkled the oil all round myself, and I closed my eyes, and all that I was focused on was my desire to be with my gran. And in my mind I was transported to this beautiful garden, and my gran was there, and we talked for a long time, and she told me what the spirit world was like, and she gave me reassurances that she was okay. And she actually gave me some information that hadn't happened yet, but which has since came true, which for me was even greater validation that it was genuinely she who was speaking to me from spirit. So if and when you feel ready, it is possible for you to meet and be with your loved ones in spirit again. You may have heard the expression, they're only ever a thought away, and that is very true. And so make yourself comfortable, sit down and lie down somewhere where you can be undisturbed, and close your eyes and set the intention that you want to be reunited with your loved ones in spirit. And if you feel like it, you can prepare some questions in advance for them, that you may be able to come away with some of their insight or wisdom from spirit. Ritual number 4 is to set a place for your loved ones at the dinner table. During the holidays and any special occasion, my family always set a place at the dinner table to welcome in our loved ones who are in spirit and in their remembrance, and to invite them to be a part of our celebration. Not only does it feel really great to do that, but doing so can open up conversations of nostalgia and reminiscence. What I've noticed is it can encourage certain family members to open up, to talk about their feelings, and to share in positive conversation and positive memories about the person who's passed, where perhaps previously they've been struggling with the loss. And so setting a place at the dinner table for me has been a really powerful way to invite healing for all concerned, and to remember our loved ones in spirit in a loving and positive way during happy times. Ritual number 5 is to go on a big, bold adventure. When we live boldly and we love fully, our loved ones in spirit share those experiences vicariously through us. They see the world through our eyes. The temptation can be, when a loved one has passed away, for us to make our lives and our emotions small, for us to dampen down the joy that we desire to feel in life. And sometimes that can be because we feel guilty, or we worry that people will talk because we've just forgotten about the person in spirit and we've moved on already. But your loved ones in spirit do not want you to carry a painful vigil for them. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you live fully and you love fully, as I mentioned, your loved ones in spirit experience that with you and through you. And so if you talked about going on that big bold adventure, or trying foods you've never experienced before, or telling a certain person that you love them, or making a big change in your life that you know would bring you joy, but you've been keeping yourself from it out of worry that people are going to judge you for moving on, or out of guilt, then I would invite you to transform that belief and think about what your loved ones in spirit would want for you, the joy that they would want you to experience, and the joy that they themselves will experience by accompanying you on your adventure. So this has been my top 5 rituals that I really hope will help you through periods of grief. I know that they will pale in comparison to the love you shared with your loved one in spirit and the great times that you experienced together. But when we're healing, it's about putting one foot in front of the other and taking one day at a time. And I really hope that these rituals will help you, even in some small way, to do that as they helped me, and that one day in the not too distant future, you'll realise that in putting one foot in front of the other, you've reached some semblance of joy and happiness in your life again. And hopefully you will have experienced that evidence that lets you know that your loved ones in spirit are still with you on that journey. So now I would love to hear from you. Are you grieving right now? Are you celebrating the life of a loved one? Have you tried any of the rituals that we've talked about today? Or have you started to get any evidence from spirit that your loved ones might just still be around you? Please share your thoughts and feelings in the comments. I would really love to read them. And of course, if you know somebody who might need a little bit of help putting one foot in front of the other through their grief right now, please do share this video with them. My name's Lauren Robertson, medium and coach and author of The Medium and Manolos, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.